Hello, everybody, and welcome to the PepperPack Podcast. As usual, we have Zach Bowman over there, the Dr.
What's
Pepper
up, everybody?
teacher,
How's it going, Connor?
doing really great. And I'm here, the Dr. Pepper designer, and it's weird. It's just the two of us. I feel like
Dario had things come up, and as we mentioned in our latest episode, our random friend, that random dude, Josh, is taking a step back just to have some more time with his family. He's just taking a leave from all podcasting for the foreseeable future, and we'll miss him. But it leaves a big hole in your heart and your stomach. And I was thinking, who could we have on our show that's just great at filling holes, and just someone that could just and take so much responsibility and flavors that it's like a black hole almost. Like you could pour a ton of stuff into them and a ton of flavor, and they're just never satisfied.
Yeah.
And only one person came to mind, and Jesus was not available. But we got the next best thing. We got none other than Dr. Pepper, Doge, Richard Parsons. Welcome to our show. I'm so honored and proud to welcome you as an official host now of the podcast. Not just a guest host, not just a special guest, but an official host. Richard.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me. Happy to be part of the team.
Now, I get this a lot, and I'm sure you do too, but people always look at my background like, oh man, you have so much Dr. Pepper stuff. And the OCD in me is killing me right now just because of how cramped I have everything back here. I see your setup and I was like, oh man, I want to be able to just space mine out nice. So it's a beautiful collection back there.
Yeah, good.
But I'm thirsty. I don't know about y'all. Oh, you already. All right. So I'll start off. We'll go around. 1,
2, 23.
I didn't hear him, but I saw his lips. All right. So I got my Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Richard, what do you got? You got a Zero Sugar as well?
Zero sugar as well.
I do off the shelf original.
Well, funny you should mention that. Because I just happened to find something the other day. I was supporting local businesses, and Justice Sip is a local business, and the family that owns Justice Sip also has a ice cream store called Papa's General. And so we went to visit it, and they just happened to have the new designed glass bottle Dr. Pepper made with real cane sugar. And I was just like, oh, thank you, Jesus. So I bought 2, one to drink on the show with you guys and one that I can keep full in my collection. Because I like the glass bottles full. There's just something about it. The cans I used to keep full, but Richard, as you probably have experienced, after time they will slowly leak and then they spray soda everywhere. And then I'm like, I just wasted that Dr. Pepper that I could have drank.
Yep.
In fact, I think I found one over here on my shelf that leaked on me, and I gotta clean it up. And I'm like, oh man. But I know I'm supposed to be avoiding sugar and limiting it, but I was like, I can save one day. I've been drinking zeros all day. So I'm glad they make these twist off. Otherwise I have to go find a bottle opener somewhere. So Richard, I'm sure we talked about this when we interviewed you the first time, but where does the real cane sugar land on your list of Dr. Pepper flavors?
The real cane is at the top of my list. Absolutely at the top. It's number 1.
So I have it up there, but as you all know, and it could just be because of how hard it is to get. If it was if it was easily available, it could jump up there. But vanilla float, I'm all about that vanilla float.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw, I think it was Richard Hammond. No, not Richard. Jason Hammond. Richard Parsons is here. Jason Hammond. I met him when we went down to Waco. He posted on his reels on Facebook the other day. He was driving through Tennessee. I think he said Chattanooga area, and found the Walmarts had stocked with vanilla float. And so he bought like 4 or 5 12-packs. And he's like, I'm just going to post it. He started it awesome. He's like, there's so much division in our country. And he's like, I'm not even talking about elections, whether you're Democrat or Republican. We make all this division ourselves. But the real division is about this. And he holds it up. And he's like, who can get vanilla float and who can't? He's like, I've been to California. I've been to Texas. I've been to Florida. And nobody can get it. But I'm driving here through Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I just happened to find it. I knew a spot. So I stocked up. And I was like, you're a jerk. I want some of that. So anyone in Tennessee area, if you can get vanilla float, please let us know. We would love to. I would love to get some more. But because of that, I think vanilla float and then the real sugar. And this is what people always say, I'm drinking the OG, and they hold up just a regular can of Dr. Pepper. The real sugar to me is the OG, and then the regular is just the regular.
Well, and you need to realize that there's the real sugar, and then there's the pure cane sugar. And so your pure cane.
This doesn't say pure cane sugar, but it does say made with cane sugar. So I'm assuming that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Connor, I believe you spoke to this. Or I can't, because I never got to have Dublin. You said this is what tastes most like Dublin.
Close. It's pretty close.
As close as there is that we can get.
And I would say the glass bottle version tastes closer to the Dublin, and that cane sugar version tastes really close to the Dublin version. So I mean, it brings back good memories.
What made me sad though when I bought this is they rang it up as a root beer bottle, it's a glass root beer bottle. And I was like, no, I needed to say Dr. Pepper on my receipt. Because Richard, as we know, is Mr. Points over here. Okay, so I'm Dr. Pepper teacher. He's Dr. Pepper designer. Your Dr. Pepper is Doge, right? I always want to say doggy, and I know that's wrong because you told me that last time, but that's the way I read it. But I want to rename you Dr. Pepper Points because of how many points you get in the perks. I mean, I see your Fansville poster. I know you got your cooler behind you.
Got the
neon light. Is that the neon light up there in the middle? Oh, look at! I knew he had a switch somewhere. I was just waiting for it.
Very nice.
When the light's on, the Dr. Pepper is fresh.
He gets an idea. He's like, "Hey, wait a minute, Dr. Pepper."
Yeah. Of course, I would only ever be thinking of Dr. Pepper. So anytime it lights up, I'm thinking of Dr. Pepper. So it should be lit all the time, to be honest.
Yeah. There you go.
But I know we were talking in our ambassador Discord about the possibility of maybe new perks dropping on the 1st. Didn't see anything drop. I mean, I really wish that I appreciate everything they do, but I really wish they would have more supply.
Well, if anything in the past is an indicator of what we're looking forward to, it's beginning of football season and all their attention's on the the tuition giveaway.
Yeah.
So until that's done, don't expect too much. As we go into Halloween season, that's when we'll start to see some stuff. So
that brings up 2 things I wanted to talk about tonight: the football season and another season of Fansville.
Mm-hmm.
And the only Fansville commercial I've seen so far is the Hype Train. Have you guys seen the Hype Train yet?
Yeah,
I'm loving that just because, as a Nebraska Cornhusker fan, ever since Osborne retired back in like 99, 2000, Nebraska just hasn't been the same. We've been through coach after coach, and it's always hype. And we have a new quarterback who was back and forth ranked number 1, number 2 in the high school recruiting class, Dylan Raiola. And he just came out and was on fire Saturday, throwing darts. And my favorite part, our first touchdown of the season, our running back scored it. Guess what number his jersey is?
It'll be 23.
It was 23, and I was like, "This is perfect. I'm gonna have to go buy his jersey just so I can have the 23 jersey." And so yeah, but Dr. Pepper, when you watch this, if you want to get some promoting going, I am going to the Nebraska versus Illinois Friday night game on September 20th. It is their 400th consecutive sold-out game. I would love to have like a tailgating Dr. Pepper arena booths parking spot. Or if you wanted to give me a per diem to buy Dr. Pepper to just give out and have coolers set up everywhere, let me know. I'm your guy. I'm happy to do that. I'm excited because I love Husker football and I love Dr. Pepper, and put them two together and makes my hair stand up.
Yeah. Then, or send me one of those giant Dr. Pepper cans that we throw a football into. I'll take one of those too.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? You know how to have. I don't know if you're from what stadium tells me, but we have the hot dog shooter that shoots t-shirts.
Oh yeah.
We got a shout out from some family from Connor. Kenny is saying hi.
We got family watching. Hey, Kenny. Hey, family. Yep. No more Dr. Pepper. Time to go to bed.
But I want to get I feel like this would be an awesome Fansville commercial. Rather than have a hot dog shooter, have like a Dr. Pepper can shooter, and just people not paying attention. Boom, pop, hit him in the head. And then a little disclaimer across the bottom: no cans of Dr. Pepper were wasted in this commercial.
The good news, though, is if you were launching Dr. Pepper cans, they wouldn't hurt because they're a soft drink.
No. Very nice.
That was good.
Good.
But I think that would be an awesome commercial for Fansville to do. And then if they do use that idea, they need to have us in the background doing commentating. That one's going to leave a mark.
Oh, boy.
But you also mentioned spooky season, Halloween coming up.
Yes.
Which, Richard, you and I were chatting about this the other day. There is a new Dr. Pepper vanilla float design in Germany that somebody shared online. So Germany's got some sweet cans. Richard's been able to get a couple of them. I've been looking online. I can't find them anywhere. He was able to have a source that was able to help hook him up. I won't reveal your sources. But do you have those cans, Richard? Would you mind grabbing and showing them off? Are they underneath the stacks of stuff? I don't want to knock down your towers back there.
We'll share it on our social later.
Yeah. But one that looks like a mummy, right? And the other, the new one, the new vanilla float looks like a mummy. I'll see. It's too far away from my keyboard. I can't pull it up. But and then last year they had it almost looked like vampire fangs.
Mm-hmm.
And then was the other one a pumpkin?
It was like a skull.
Oh, skull, yeah. That was the cherry, wasn't it? Or was it regular?
That's right.
Yeah. So I thought those can designs were awesome. I wish we could get some.
Yeah. Who would have known? Halloween in Germany?
I know, right? America. I guess it's not America, it's Germany. But for us, it's America.
Well, probably what it is for the packaging during football season, they don't want to change it out for 1 month. And football season, they'll last all the way, to November. So for them, it's just smarter to just have cans with the football,
Yeah. I'll let you guys chat for a minute while I look this up.
So, Richard, since this is your first time here, let's do a little rehash on some things. We've interviewed you in the past, and you've kind of shared some things about you. Go ahead and give us a rundown, kind of your favorite Dr. Pepper stuff, some of the things that, like when you joined the Pepper Pack, that kind of stuff. Just some quick, slots to tell us, to refresh us about you.
23-second reminder.
Good call. So I joined the Pepper Pack once I was accepted from Dr. Pepper back in July of 2018. So it's been a great 6 years and counting. As far as my favorite Dr. Pepper stuff, it really starts with this top 2 center shelves area, which my goal was to collect one of every flavor can that Dr. Pepper had ever made. And that number just keeps growing. I didn't know when I had started that they had that many flavors. So that was fun. Although the most difficult one to obtain was this red fusion Dr. Pepper, which came before the cherry Dr. Pepper, which I'm pretty sure was replaced by.
It was Mach 1. Dr. Pepper cherry is Mach 2.
Exactly. So yeah, that was good and that was fun. And then of course, most of the other stuff in my collection has either been just random collections or the stuff that brand ambassadors receives, like the birthday flavor Dr. Pepper or VIP drink kits and stuff of that nature. But overall it's just been fun collecting and getting the merch, even if it costs quite a bit in Dr. Pepper points, like for the neon sign, which is actually more of an LED sign instead of neon. But
it's still cool.
It is. I really like it. Like if I was willing to get up and turn off the lights and turn this on, you would almost notice a difference because it's just that bright.
Cool. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Well, since we're in between, did you guys happen to get a chance to go down to your Krispy Kreme and try the new Dr. Pepper Krispy Kreme donut?
I was able to, yes.
Okay, cool.
I didn't have one within almost 4 hours of where I am, so I unfortunately did not get to participate.
Bummer, man. But hey, I know Dario got to try it and showed a review. We actually, I think the last time I checked on that video, we had almost 1,000 people view that video, which was crazy. Yeah, Dario's video. It was crazy. I
probably only have 23 people.
I think yours was close to that. It was pretty close to that. So, I went ahead and I tried it out, and I got. At first, I thought you were going to have to buy a package because when Zach did his, he had to buy a package, and other people were buying.
Yeah.
And so I went in thinking, surely I'm going to have to buy a package. No, they were like, no, if you wanted to buy a dozen, we'll give you a dozen of the Dr. Pepper donuts.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with that is my daughter wanted a goalpost one because all the sprinkles. And I knew I was going to want the Dr. Pepper one. And my wife said she would want to give it a taste. And I was at my mother-in-law's house. I was like, I need at least 3 Dr. Pepper ones. And I need a goalpost. And they're like $2.50 a piece. So it was like $10 for 4 donuts. And then the whole box was $20. And I thought, because of pictures I'd seen, that the box they came in were like Dr. Pepper logos on them and football stuff as well. So I ordered the box. And I asked the lady, I said, does it come in a special Dr. Pepper box? She's like, yeah, we have it. Well, then she gave it to me in a white Krispy Kreme box. And I was like, well, crap, I would have just ordered the 4 if I knew it was going to be like that.
Yeah. Well, I went in and all the people were super excited because I had a Dr. Pepper shirt on, and they were. It took me a long time to get them because they kept selling out and selling out and selling out. And so the first day it came out, I called up there and they said, we have a line and we've already pretty much sold all of it for the day, which I was blown away. I was just like, oh, okay, cool. And so when I finally did get in there and they had a dozen ready to go, I went ahead and I got a few of them. And of course, I got one for my daughter, and I ate one and I was like, whoa, like so much sugar. I was, at 9:00 in the morning, I was a little floored. I'm sure if you had a coffee and that kind of stuff, it would kind of even itself out. But man, it was strong. It was so much sugar.
Did you get the? I would equated the flavor to similar to the vanilla float ice cream. It had that soft Dr. Pepper flavor to it. The frosting did, but then I was just immediately Krispy Kreme donut.
Yeah, so I was kind of like my first bite. I was kind of like, okay, all right, it's a Krispy Kreme donut, and with a little hint of Dr. Pepper. But by the time I finished, I was kind of like, it was a good donut, and I really enjoyed the frosting. The little chocolate Dr. Pepper icon was kind of like, yeah. Mine was chocolate, but I was just like, it was all right. And but I'm sitting there watching. When I watched your video, Zach, you said something very interesting. You were talking about trying it, and you were going to give your review and whatever. And you said it was a very interesting type of frosting on it. And I thought about it, and I thought about it. Well, when I went in to get my donut, I asked them, I said, is there any way that I could get some of the frosting, because my birthday is this next month, and I would love to put it on a birthday cake? And so they said, well, our last day is on Monday. Can you come on Sunday, and we can give you some, so we don't run out or something? And I'm like, oh, cool, awesome. And so I show up, and I walk in, and they're like, oh yeah, you're the Dr. Pepper guy.
You're the Dr. Pepper frosting guy.
And so they were all excited because they, I guess, had been talking about it all week. And so the Lubbock location, they said, happy birthday. And they gave me their tall latte style cups, completely filled. She gave me 3 of them, completely filled with Dr. Pepper frosting. And it was just like, happy birthday.
That's awesome.
And
That's
so I was
great.
like, oh man. I was like,
you're going to have to get some pictures and give them some shout outs.
So this is my 32nd birthday this year. So this is my inverted Dr. Pepper year. And so we're gonna do Dr. Pepper frosting with vanilla cake. And my mom has one of those tins where I can make it an ice cream cake. So we're putting the Dr. Pepper ice cream on the inside.
Nice.
So the ultimate Dr. Pepper. So please stay tuned. You're gonna see the best.
Remind me, Connor, when are you doing this? When's your birthday?
My birthday is the 14th. I might do it a little bit earlier, or might post it on the 14th. But it's gonna be
14th.
It's a Saturday.
Yeah, we're invited, right?
I know. I'm just thinking, how do I get
down there? Come on.
I got a 3-month-old now and a 5-year-old, and I'm gonna be going the next weekend in Nebraska at the football game. Oh,
if you're in the area,
I'm gonna see if I can pull strings. I already know the answer, but I'm gonna do what I can.
Well, I have to tell you this. I took the frosting and put it in a container that I could seal, so it would be good.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I had cups with frosting left over, and so I tried just the frosting, no donut, no sprinkles, no nothing else, just the frosting. They should just sell that on its own because it's perfect just by itself.
Is there a reason you're still twitching back there?
That was that was on Sunday. I'm still on the sugar hype from it. It's great.
Well, I mean, this is great, and this is perfect because we've been talking about all these different Dr. Pepper foods and creations, which leads us to our next segment. The Jack Link's Dr. Pepper beef jerky. Now, I found mine at Walmart.
Show your Vanna White. Get up there. Put it up on the screen. Oh, perfect.
So I'll read it. It says, no added nitrates or nitrites, because we don't want either.
Okay.
No added MSG, 80 calories per serving. You all know this bag is 1 serving. Okay. This is inspired by the flavors of Dr. Pepper beef jerky, slow cooked with one-of-a-kind Dr. Pepper inspired flavors, made with 100% beef. 9 grams of protein per serving, and it says this bag is about 3 servings.
Oh, okay.
So I've not opened mine. I bought 2. One that I can save in my collection, one that I can eat. My daughter has been begging me for some because she loves beef jerky, and she's like, "You better save me some for the morning." And I'm like, "Yeah, we'll see how it tastes. If it tastes like the beef stick, not a problem." Richard, did you do the beef stick review yet?
I did, and I personally hope that this tastes better than the beef stick.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
We did not enjoy the beef stick. I was not a fan. So sorry, Dr. Pepper. I love y'all, but that beef stick. So, shall we crack this open? Or I guess rip it open. I don't know.
Rip it open. There goes the packaging.
Okay.
It's very strong.
Initial aroma is it does smell like the beef stick. At least
all right.
Richard, did you get that?
Yeah, mostly because it's the Jack Link brand still. But I've learned that smells can be pretty deceiving when it comes to Dr. Pepper flavored things.
That's just true. Okay, I'm gonna start with about a $50 size piece.
I'm going for a quarter size.
1,
2, 23.
So to me, it is very much like the beef stick.
Okay.
It's easier to eat because it's jerky, I think, but it's still, I would not say it's better than the beef stick, but definitely the same flavor. It's just easier to eat because it's jerky. Something about the beef stick just made me want to not even swallow it.
Yeah, I'd say because I do eat a lot of Jack Link's beef jerky, but my go-to is their teriyaki flavor. I would definitely go for this over the beef stick any day.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm at the point where I would, if I was presented with the option between this one or the teriyaki, I would probably go for the Dr. Pepper because the initial taste is like the beef stick, but the more you eat it, the less it tastes like the beef stick and the more it tastes like regular beef jerky. In my opinion.
Yeah. Okay.
But it is pretty
quarter size.
The thing is, if you're at a football game or you're at your favorite sporting event, are you going to be sitting there chewing on your Dr. Pepper beef jerky?
No, I'd rather go with regular beef jerky.
Zach passes.
I drink the Dr. Pepper. But...
So where does it fall in your ratings? 1 being not Dr. Pepper at all.
No, so I'm creating a new ranking.
Oh, okay.
The stuff that's just so bad deserves a 0. Like the beef stick, I would have given a 0.
So call it hit or miss. So it missed the mark.
Yeah, this is the miss. Like Richard said, it wasn't terrible, but all I can taste is that flavor that like the beef stick. So I would give it like a 1.23.
See, what's interesting for me, because obviously, it's great that we have multiple people that can provide input and opinions, and like with any ratings or critics, you tend to find the one person whose ratings and critics you agree with, and see what they do. So I think we differ here because on a scale of 1 to 10, 5 is usually my baseline of just it's meh, like it doesn't stand out, but it's not like absolutely awful. Personally, I kind of like this one. I would give it a 7, which might seem high to a lot of people, but for me, it's like slightly more than just like it's average. It stands out a little bit, mainly because of the bias for Dr. Pepper, and it is pretty sweet. But for me, I don't think it would replace all the other kinds of beef jerky that I would normally eat. But I would still go for it if offered it.
Yeah. Does getting points for this give it an extra boost up?
I didn't get points for it.
Oh. Yeah, this does not allow you to get points, unfortunately. It has to be one of the
liquid Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
It's just like the ice cream. Even though it says Dr. Pepper ice cream, they won't give you points for it.
Bummer.
Bummer indeed.
Dario was probably at home going, good thing I didn't go on the show tonight. I didn't want to eat it. He's sitting there eating a cookie. Ooh, that's what we should do. We should have him put the beef jerky between 2 cookies. Dario.
Here's your homework, Dario.
This is how Dario dies. Sorry, Dario. I don't want you to die. But what do you guys think they're going to pull on Fansville this year? Because the first year it was Larry Culpepper, right? Second year it was the big fan.
Mm-hmm.
Last year it was some mystery man who I think we determined was Larry Culpepper, right?
I think they were teasing it, yeah.
So I'm wondering if like this whole hype train that they've been showing was going to lead to Larry Culpepper or bring in Larry Culpepper somehow this season. Because I know we all would love to see him back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper posted a picture of a cooler filled with Dr. Pepper, and it says, "What do you do, or what are you doing first?" And I was like, "I'm grabbing the cooler and screaming, ice cold Dr. Pepper over here," and start sharing it with people. I would love to see Larry come back. So another idea, Dr. Pepper, if we want to do a pit stop or a tailgate at the University of Nebraska, have Larry come out.
Yeah.
Because did you know he actually, I think, is from Nebraska?
Yeah, I think so.
So the gentleman that plays Larry Culpepper, I've seen pictures of him in the stadium and doing things around Lincoln. So I would love to like run into him at the 400 game. Dude, I would almost maybe skip the game just to hang out with him, which would be awful because I would drive all the way up there and buy the tickets for my brother. But
I think it would be funny if they brought him back as a coach and he was taking other people under his wing to teach them how to be a Larry. And so then
they did that on some of the commercials originally.
Yeah,
he was training people how to.
It would be funny. Take some of the PepperPack people and.
That would be awesome.
It'd be so funny. We could do all kinds of promotional stuff for it. Yeah.
I can see it right now.
Giving us.
He's talking to me. All right, you grab this one and drink it, or you grab this one and pass it to someone. I'm just in there drinking it. No, you can't drink it. You got to share it. Okay, you do it again. No, you can't. This is the 23rd time you've done this.
Each.
You and mute, Mike or Connor. We're going to do sign language because Connor's muted and we can't figure out how to unmute him.
He's saying, I need a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Or Dr. Pepper hacked us because we figured out what they're doing. Let's see if I can unmute him. I can.
Oh, he took out his earbuds. So maybe his earbuds died.
It says it can't.
There we go.
Oh, there it is. Hey, what's up?
I think what would be hilarious, I don't know if they'd ever do it, but each commercial or each thing that
episode,
each episode or whatever that Larry would do, it would be a knockoff of either a different TV show or a different reality show or a different something. So it would cut to him and he'd be doing like a rose ceremony like The Bachelorette, but it would be he's
with Dr. Pepper.
Will
you accept this pepper?
It's like, I think I'm gonna pick you, and it's like each time we knock off another person, and it would be different things.
You could do Survivor, have like a circle of cans.
Yeah.
The pack has spoken.
Or like was it Wipeout? And it's like obstacle courses and like all these.
It could be they could do Wipeout with the contestants to carry the cans through the obstacle course, and then they have to open it at the end, and it sprays everywhere. And then American Ninja Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Dr. Pepper themed obstacles. Well, see, now you got me going crazy.
I mean, it would have been perfect. It would have been perfect to just have and it would just be a knockoff of every thing.
Okay, so this just got me. I don't know how I went here, but thinking about the old game shows I've seen at Supermarket Sweep. I don't know if you remember that show. I was like, I get people are going after the turkeys and stuff because they're expensive and the cooking ware, but I would be like stocking up, and I know there's a limit of 5 per item that they had, if I remember correctly back in the day. But I'd be like grabbing 5 24 packs of Dr. Pepper, 5 12 packs of Dr. Pepper, 5 2 liters of Dr. Pepper. And so as I was having this visualization in my head,
he's like the announcer's like, oh, he's going to the doctor. Okay, he's getting 0 sugar, and he's getting original, and he's getting real sugar, and he's just getting Dr. It was like
you filled 23 carts full of Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
But I was thinking, like, how cool would it be, like, if we could do something like that, but like through the Dr. Pepper Museum, like, just go grab things, merchandise that they have in like their back room that they are gonna sell. You have 23 seconds. Anything you touch, because obviously you want to be able to pick it up and put it in a cart in 23 seconds. Or like, or if they let us go like to a Dr. Pepper. You know how they did the pit stop? Richard, did you make it up to the pit stop in Oklahoma?
Did not. But I did see all the photos that y'all had posted there, and it looks like a pretty fun time.
So I was saying, like, if they just set up like a store like that and just had Dr. Pepper merchandise everywhere, and they gave you 2 minutes, 23 seconds to go through and just grab Dr. Pepper stuff, so you can have different merchandise and different things.
Boy.
That'd be fun. Like, I would. Whoo, my basement would be really full.
Good ideas, guys. Good ideas.
Well, gentlemen, this has been fun.
Yeah.
Richard, thank you again. I'm glad you're an official part of the podcast now. We'll have to. Don't leave after we do credits. I gotta ask you a couple questions. Make sure that you signed your allegiance to Dr. Pepper. No, just kidding. But Connor, you want to give us some social plugs? You got any fun designs coming out that we need to know about?
Yeah, I've started some stuff, but we got to keep an eye out for it. I've been crazy busy, but I'm going to make some time for it. Trust me, I'll make some time. I got pretty great design that it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be fun. Yeah, keep up with our socials on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. We've got some cool things that we'll be sharing, especially coming up especially the Dr. Pepper cake that we'll be doing. And then we probably usually during the fall season, we kind of have some other things that the podcast does. So keep an eye out for that. Check out our Redbubble store with some designs that we've already put out and some new ones that are on its way. And definitely keep up with our social, because we do post a lot of great stuff like videos and memes and that kind of stuff. So,
and Richard, you also have your own personal channel. You want to give that a shout out as well?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So I have a YouTube where I literally just spend a few minutes taking a drink of something, some random soda. Started with just Dr. Pepper's, but it's this Dr. Pepper Doge handle here, and I actually have my review for the beef jerky posting tomorrow as well.
Unless you watched it live, then you already seen it. But all right, y'all. As always, stay caffeinated, be safe, be a pepper, and until we drink again, we'll see y'all next time.
See ya.